He's got zero hair and big brown eyes, a full mouth and muscled thighs. He's not that tall, but he's super wide. He's Joe Rogan. We did his podcast, ho ho ho. Did his podcast, ho ho ho. Reached so many people, it was exciting.
We've been going nonstop for 9 hours. I don't know if you guys can tell or not.
I'm a little tired.
We had the MMA Hour. We had Rogan. We had a 4-hour meeting for the future of the Fighting Kid with our agents.
You take your total primate care today to keep going. Did you on it up for the morning?
I wish I could lie and said I did.
You didn't.
That's why I'm so tired.
That's why you're dragging, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I do my krill every day.
It looks like it.
Well, look at my skin, dude. Feast on my skin. Yeah, I look 49. Try 26, you fucks. And it's all because of Onit. It's been proven that if you drink krill oil, it actually stops time. I know it sounds weird. It stops time. Like it's been proven in triple blind studies.
It's a secret that we use.
Yep.
We've stopped time.
I used to eat shitloads of krill. I used to just swim with my mouth open into krill beds. It was so gross. Now I just have to pop a couple pills.
All over your face. There's like a bukkake full of krill.
Why?
Hey, do you want to get bukkake by krill? Go to Onit.com, get 10% off.
Why don't you do that?
Kubakiing. Just drink it. Just use the pills and drink it. 10% off. FighterandTheKid.com.
FighterandTheKid.com, everybody.
Onit.com/fighter. Get all your Onit needs. Onit.com/academy.
Hey, I got a packet of drinkable Alpha Brand in my car.
Oh, I love that.
Maybe
stuff.
I'll give you some.
I have my own.
Shut up. All right.
My own though, huh? Wait, that was your plug?
That was my plug.
Ew.
Oh man.
Oh, that was tough.
Describe to me what happens to you when you take your Alpha Brain.
Huh? I mean, I use them for every show. Everyone knows this. We're still doing.
Does your brain feel more swollen? I'm just talking in general. Hey guys, we're drinking wine.
It's a wine type.
We
of
did
night,
Joe
man.
Rogan's podcast.
Yep. Told him that.
Yep. And then we had
day.
a meeting. Yeah. So we're just.
Then we leave tomorrow morning for the East Coast tour.
Dude, I played tennis today. Bro, I'm a beautiful player.
Nice,
at the end of the day, the amount of topspin. Do me a favor, and all bullshit aside, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Never play me in tennis.
You know, I wouldn't.
Okay, because
you know
why?
Why?
What? Why?
Too busy.
But you always talk about being an athlete, but please understand, and I mean this. You go practice for 2 years. You don't come close to me.
I don't have time, bro.
But I use angles, bro. I use angles.
I know it's tennis, though. You know how
Excuse
I know
me?
You know how I know you've never done anything in sports?
Excuse me?
Do tennis in your off time.
Yeah, tennis. I also box. I'm a boxer.
You don't box.
Yes,
I saw your trainer. Talk to him.
Well, I've been busy.
He goes, I haven't seen Brian in weeks.
I'm busy.
You can play tennis, though.
I have been busy.
He goes, does Brian still work out? I went, yeah, I think he's like doing some other stuff.
Because I got to play tennis in Calabasas. I can't go all the way down to Santa Monica. It's tough. Box and burn, though. They have a space for me. Do they have my name on the wall yet?
There.
All right.
They have your picture there. I had an interesting weekend. We haven't really dove into it too much. I didn't talk about it on Rogan either.
Delved into it?
I haven't dove into it. Delve into it. Went to San Jose for the Bellator fights in a little business meeting. Went down there. I haven't been to a fight since my Travis Brown fight. Yeah. Last December.
How did you feel? You were telling me the King Mo fight and
the King Mo Phil Davis fight was good. Other than that, though, you know, they have some young guys. They had a guy this jiu-jitsu guy who's a beast who just tore this kid up. He's an Onit athlete. Forget his name. Sorry, man. I know you love the show. And he comes out after he wins. He goes, dude, I was listening to the show with Rap right before I came out and fought, man. It was cool.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, he's this monster. I forget his name. He won by a rear naked choke. Just tore this kid up. I saw King Mo, Phil. That was a good fight. Really good fight. They came up to me before and they go, what's your prediction? I said, Phil by decision. No decision. I went, but of course. Yeah. Anyone who thinks any different doesn't know the sport. This main event is going to be a decision. Yeah. I mean, it's just how it's going to go down between those two guys. I went in, man, thinking that, I don't know, I haven't been to a fight. I thought maybe it was going to give me somewhat of the itch, as you'd say.
Like seeing the competition
being back
up close,
around it, yeah.
Hearing it, smelling it, feeling it. And what did it do to you?
Did the exact opposite. Well,
You
I definitely don't want to do this.
you just realized it consolidated and cemented the fact that you never want to fight again.
Yeah.
That's
And I think it was just like
understandable.
there's no more mystery anymore. There's no more like there's not my passion anymore.
You know, mystery is a big word. You know, mystery is a lot of the reason we admire people, because we don't know how and why they do what they do. We don't know how they do what they do. And also mystery is also what keeps you in a relationship sometimes. Keeping mystery in a relationship is important.
Stalemate.
Yep. And also mystery is good for a profession, because for me, it's still a mystery in terms of what I'm going to come up with next stand-up wise. And it's a mystery for us when we're
Fighting
writing.
Kid, it's a mystery for our live
our
shows.
New TV show.
The direction of the TV show, the Fighting Kid 3D series, the merchandise, it's all a mystery.
And I think keeping mystery in your life is so fucking important.
I think with fighting, I mean, a lot of guys, that's their thing, man. And just being around it. And one of the pluses for me being around it is I realize just how much of an impact we're making as far as the MMA community goes.
What do you mean?
Meaning like the fans, the reaction I got from fans.
So you got a lot. You got
more love than I ever got as a fighter.
Isn't that crazy?
And from high up guys,
right?
Big John McCarthy, Stitch, everyone in the Bellator.
All who listen to the podcast.
Everyone, fans, but it was nuts, man. Wow. Like, this is our fan base, our demographic. Yeah. So it's good for me to go back there and see that stuff. I won't go to a fight for another year at least, but it was cool to see.
Did you get nervous when you were watching the fights?
Not really.
No.
The card was a little bit lackluster just because Josh Thompson, who's from there, got injured, so he's off the card. So King Mo and Phil aren't from there, so there wasn't the same buzz as a UFC fight.
If you did a poll among fighters, and it might be all over, but if you did a poll and you came to like one specific moment in the process of fighting, do you think that people are the most nervous when they are having their mouth checked, their gloves checked? No, that's not when they're the most nervous.
In the back.
Yeah. Almost to a man, you think, that typically with the waiting?
100%. The hurry up
and when the guy goes, let's go, showtime, then you're good. Then you're ready to fight.
Yeah, then it's, there's
because you hear the crowd.
But you're also not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because then, you can get knocked out.
Yes.
But for me, it was interesting because I don't know Scott Coker at all. I've never met him before. So me, for the first time, he's just he's a warm, inviting dude. You can see why he's doing so well. Yeah. He's a guy which I'm not used to. Dana's kind of a shark, killer.
Well, Dana's very motivated. Dana's also very social, right? Like he's pretty cool with people. Like he's a social guy, smiles, talks to you. Right? I mean,
I would say that.
You don't think he's accessible? He seems
only to certain people.
Oh, he seems accessible to
only
me.
Certain people.
Okay.
With Coker, it was a different, more laid back kind of vibe. I was shocked in meeting everyone. Just a good dude, man. They have like a tight knit group. They're doing good things.
What's going on with Bellator in terms of like, are they going to ever be what the UFC is, and if not, why not?
I mean, that's a loaded question, but I think they're obviously the second biggest organization in the world, but for them, if you're running just talking to them, my thing is for them, they have to get away from doing these freak shows. Granted, Ken Shamrock, Hoist Gracie, and these guys pulled numbers, but you got to get away from. There's no longevity in that. You got to build your roster, which is what they're trying to do. And they signed Mitrione. They have Phil Davis, King Mo. They let go of their champ, that Will Brooks, who's a monster, and the UFC, I'm pretty sure, picked him up. So, they just got to build the roster because. Again, no one's watching the UFC or Bellator because it's Bellator or the UFC. Mm-hmm. You're watching fighters. You have to have fighters.
Exactly.
Like if Conor came to Bellator, their numbers
we don't care.
They would kill. We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck if he's in Reebok and UFC
well, it's
or
what
if he's in green and Bellator.
We were talking to a huge agent today, and he said, and he's got his finger on the pulse, and he said people are pretty agnostic in terms of where they watch things. Agnostic meaning, like an agnostic technically is someone who doesn't necessarily believe in God. He just basically says, I don't know that there's a God. So, it's kind of neutral. They don't care. They're not religious to one particular, and the better word is they're not religious to one particular channel or the UFC. No. They want to see the fighters they identify with.
They want to see the athletes
that
they identify with.
Yes.
And for them, it's more about telling the stories of their athletes. Like their champ, Liam, who wants to come on the show, the 205 champ, he's a phenomenal athlete. Fights out of England, trains with Henzo. Phenomenal. But, he has 6,000 Twitter followers. Well, what's going on? We got to tell. He has a great story, and he's so talented. If he was in the UFC, it'd be huge. So they would need to work on more of their PR and getting his message out there.
Is the level of fighters in Bellator lower than the UFC?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. The talent pool is way lower. But as far as a whole, they have certain fighters that are phenomenal.
Like that 170
Michael
pounder.
Chandler would. He'd be a beast.
I think that 170 that's 170 pounder from Russia who beat Benson Henderson would do just fine.
Do all right.
Do all right?
Do all right.
Huh.
For Ben, it's just a bad fight. It's a big guy. Ben's fighting at 55 now.
Right.
But you guys obviously Ben Henderson was UFC champion. You got Michael Chandler. I think Will Brooks is in for a rude awakening when he goes to the UFC. They're not going to do him any favors. The kid's in for a reality check. I think, obviously Phil Davis is a monster. At 205, I don't think you'd ever be in the champ in the UFC. With John Jones around, you take John Jones out, he's up there.
He's in there, yeah.
He beat Glover and those guys, and he also beat Gustafsson.
It's kind of crazy.
Then obviously King Mo's a monster, so they have certain guys, but again, you got to build. I think it just takes time, and that's what they're doing. And for me, it was good to be out there, man, with my brother and everyone, just see how they do things, and great guys and the Spike guys and the whole team. They're actually here in LA, so it was cool, man.
Yeah. All right.
I was more nervous going in because I didn't know what they wanted to bring me out for, and the talk of me fighting again got brought up, and which I was worried about because it's just not there. It doesn't make sense for me, man.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. That it doesn't interest me. Even when we were on Ariel goes, dude, if you came back to UFC, you'd be a main event now with how popular, blah blah blah. Maybe, but at the same time too, I don't care.
It's just funny. It doesn't matter.
I just don't care.
It's so interesting.
I'd rather sell out the Wilbur Theater in Boston.
But this is what's funny about as you get older and as you move through your life, what you wanted changes, and sometimes what you wanted comes to you when you no longer fucking want it.
Well, it's not even that. I've done that. That chapter's over.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I don't know if I got a huge part in the film now, I would say I wouldn't though. I'd say I'd have a problem because I'd go, well, I know exactly what I would do. I would go, ooh, that's a lot of waiting around in a town I don't know. And then I'd worry about the podcast. I'd worry about my stand-up. And I swear to God, I'd go, I don't get to play tennis. I don't get to go box. All those little things that I like to do.
Yeah.
That if I'm honest with me, I'm just saying that the reality of what for me acting is, the reality of what fighting is to you, like when the imagery that comes up in your head for fighting, the imagery that comes up in my head for acting, being on a film set, I know what the reality is, and I know what I thought it was. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I just think I'm in a different chapter in my life where fighting it. I just don't want. It's over to me. Yeah. It's just that prestige and that it's over, man. We've been there. We've done that. Although physically and mentally, I've never been sharper,
skinny,
better.
Fucking skinny, the keto kid,
dude.
You got to be weighing. What do you weigh? 240 at the most.
I have no idea. I didn't. Dude, real talk. And I know people are like, all right, we get it. You're busy. No, bitch. I was so busy. I didn't eat today.
Yeah, you didn't eat.
You know what I ate?
You just had a little salad just now.
Passion.
Oh no, he didn't. I had a heavy dose of passion.
I think when you're doing what you love, like we were on MMA Hour doing Joe Rogan, I had a shitload of coffee. I actually went blind in our meeting. I didn't want to say anything, but I thought I was gonna have to step out of the room. One of my eyes went blind.
Oh no!
I'm not sure why.
One of your eyes went blind?
One of my eyes. You know how when you get those like stars and it's like a prism? It covered my whole eye, and I was like, oh, well, I can't see on my right eye.
That's a little strange.
And then that's why I didn't talk for about 30 minutes. And then it started to come out. Like, oh, thank God. I was about to get up and like, I'll be right back. And then just rush myself.
Eye doctor?
I don't think it was an eye doctor.
Has that ever happened to you?
Never. I've never ate before. I literally didn't eat all freaking day. Didn't have a single bite.
So it was the hunger thing.
Was 6 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh God.
So when you get hungry,
and I'm also on a ketogenic diet. You got to eat fats, man, or you're going to die.
You go blind.
You die. I'll go blind. Oh, God.
Anybody got an eye patch? I'm having trouble concentrating.
Or if you're trying to make Dallas Buyers Club too, I can be your guy, man.
Why does Brennan
stop eating?
Why does Brennan have a parrot on his shoulder and a hook for a hand? Hey! I tell you guys, I'm on a ketogenic diet.
It was weird.
I'm a pirate. I tell you, I'm a pirate.
Dude.
I want some grog. You fucks.
I feel like we've earned some wine.
We're drinking some wine. Well, that's a big glass there.
It's
Take
one
it
of
easy,
those
buddy.
days, my man.
Take it easy.
Um,
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you fucking guys. I'm a little drunk, and I want to thank everybody, all fucking fan. You guys
hammered.
are number one in my book. You fucking don't look at me like that. I'll punch you in the face.
I had a funny guy. All the fans were great, and the one guy goes, "Hey, Schaub," and he has a DS 209 shirt on.
Hey, Schwab.
No. He goes, "Hey, Schaub." He got my name right. He goes like this. I go, "Oh, what's up, man?" He goes, "Nah. Fuck you dick riding Connor, bitch." Big fat guy. Me and my brother started laughing so hard. I went like this, and he smiled and did
Fuck you, you dick riding Connor.
Fuck you, Conor McGregor, dick riding bitch.
Holy shit.
Me and Jay could not stop laughing. And I was like laughing. I was taking pictures. I pointed at him and went like this, and he was like, yeah. It was funny, man. That's funny. And even me and Jay were walking our seats, and someone goes, "Shark Eyes! Jay Schaub, Shark Eyes!" A group of dudes. And I look at Jay, and I go, "Who the fuck is, who's that?" And he goes, "Fans."
Fans, yeah.
Fans.
Actors get that a lot. I saw that movie. I want my money back, you fucking asshole. It's like, Jesus.
No, the Rock does owe me $59.99 for renting WrestleMania Miami that year. It's fucking terrible. You've heard this story. I've said it twice today, but not on podcasts. Yesterday, Brian and I do the Adam Carolla show, and it's in Glendale. And for whatever reason, Waze takes me through downtown to get back home. Mm-hmm. So I'm driving, and I'm like, shit, I'm literally on E. My fucking car's on E. I'm like, I gotta get gas. And so I pull over to the exit, and I'm just sitting there listening to, I think I'm listening to a podcast or something like that. I see the guy next to me, like, gesturing with his hand, like, pointing, and he's in a city truck, like, utility truck, like he works for the city of Los Angeles. And he's yelling. I'm like, what the fuck is he yelling at? I'm like, God, someone must have pissed him off. I look next to me, and there's no one next to me. He's yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I roll down my window. I'm like, what's up, man? And he was like, I'm not even going to try doing his accent. He's like a vato, like pretty tough Mexican dude. And he's yelling, old, like a dad, though. He's like yelling. He's like, fuck you. You cut me off back there, Holmes, blah, 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 blah. Going. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? It wasn't me. Like, what do you got the wrong. I was like, all right, man. Roll my window up. He gets out of his car, walks around, kicks my tire, like the rim. I'm like, oh, hell no. No one touched my car. I'm like, fuck this, man. And so I rolled down the window. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, man, even if I did, which I didn't, I apologize. For sure, get back in your car. I want no problems. Keeps yelling, now he kicks my, like, side, but not like the door, like the side where the tire. I'm like, oh, fuck this. I get out. I go, what do you do? But I'm real relaxed. He's yelling, frantic. And obviously something's going wrong in his life. It's not me, man. Mm-hmm. And I know that. Also hoping he doesn't have a gun. That's my friend. I'm like, God, don't kill him. I just had a kid. So, and the show's blowing up. God, don't kill me.
I know.
Don't kill me.
You have a lot to lose.
Please don't kill
I'd be like, no, I got it. Please.
Here's this gold roller. Let's get the
I'm
fuck out of my
finally
face.
making money.
Yeah. Finally don't get punched in the face. And don't kill me now.
I know.
So it's like in the top of Mount
and
Everest.
shot in the face.
Mount Everest.
And I'm at the morgue. I'm like, can you fix his face? God damn it, dude. It's not what his nose looked like.
So he's yelling. I get out because he kicks my car again. I stand up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing?
You got out of the car.
I got out of the car just so, you know.
Now, how close were you?
Probably me to Kay.
Oh, okay. So
because he kicks it, and when I open the door, he steps back.
Ah.
And then I'm like, what do you? And I'm being very calm because I don't want the situation to escalate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Blah 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 blah. What do you? And now traffic's behind us honking their horn. We're at a red light. Turned green. He's not moving. I'm not moving. We're the front row. And I'm just being real calm. Like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, blah 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 blah. I forget what he's saying. I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? You gonna beat me up because I cut you off? You gonna beat me up? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then I look over and I see, because this hit a nerve with me when I was young. My dad got in a fight, and it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Like a verbal altercation, and they pulled over and they got in a fist fight. Mm-hmm. Dad whooped his ass, but I was terrified. And I see 3 little boys, like 8, 9, maybe 7.
Good example, Dad. Thanks for the example.
That's why I went, look at your fucking kids. What do you do? Beat me up for them? Look at your kids, man. They're crying. They're terrified. Get the fuck back in your car. He's blah blah blah. And just walked around.
He probably treats his kids that way.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Also, what are you gonna do, man? You gonna beat
you ever
me
have
up because I cut you off?
Why don't you pull his pants down?
Unless you're one of the top 10 guys in the world, you're probably not gonna win this one. There's maybe 15 people in the world who can beat me up. Unless you're one of those guys. things are going to get a lot worse, man.
It's going to get a lot worse.
worse.
Yeah. It's going to get a lot. Now, would you jiu-jitsu him? Would you kick him?
Dude, he would literally have to pull a gun out or have to do some horrible shit for me to do anything.
Have you ever had a friend do something really embarrassing, like to somebody while you're in the car with them? It's like my friend told me. My friend told me he's with this guy, and this guy's handing out fucking. He's dressed like a turkey or something. He's dressed like a fucking bear. And he's handing out, pamphlets for the.
Your friend is?
This guy is. He's handing out Well, that's another story. My friend Pete, who came here to be an actor. And was so broke he had to take a job. He was dressed like a turkey, handing out sandwich pamphlets. It was a bad situation.
At least was the gig, though.
He's like, hey, I was like,
this is the gig.
I was like, hey, man. Whew. Well, he goes, girlfriend's coming to town. Gotta get that cash.
Gotta get that cheddar, son.
All right, so you keep dressed up like that, and I'm gonna run away, and I'm gonna punch myself in the face, and then maybe cry for a while for you, dude, and for myself. Anyway, it didn't work out for him. He left town very quickly after that. But so this guy's in the car, and he jumps out of the car, and he tackles the guy in the turkey suit, in the bear suit actually, and just tackles him, puts him in a headlock, and just gets him there, and he goes, ah, and he jumps back in the car. I was like, tell me you know that guy. He's like, I don't know that guy. I'm like, hey, you ever have an asshole who you don't realize is an asshole until they do something ridiculous? What the fuck are you doing?
When I was a kid, you know that red robin bird that comes around who's like, whoa, fries, how are they? It's like a fucking dude in a big red robin outfit. Well, we were there with my dad, our best friend Anthony Turner at the time, and then my brother. It's the four of us. And he kept coming around, and they're older than me, so I always wanted to impress them. I'm like, if he comes around here, watch this. And he's like, whoa, hey kids, and I cock my hand back, go, dude, literally slap this dude.
Why is that funny to me?
As hard as I can. I'm like 9, and he's like, whoa, hey everybody. I'm like, how's it going, Mr. Red Robin? And then he's like, look at my brother, like, hey, how's the fries? I'm like, he turns back at me. I'm like, dude! And his head goes, and he goes, oh, fuck you. Walks back to the break room, and my dad, I thought everyone's dying laughing. My dad is furious. My dad's so mad. My dad goes, you know how embarrassing that is for that guy? You don't think he's already embarrassed working that shit job? And he gets the manager over there. He goes, where's that guy at? And he goes, what happened? He goes, my son slapped the shit out of the guy. Is it a kid? And he goes, no, it's a grown man. And he goes, well, where's he at? And he goes, you're going to fucking apologize. I went, all right, Dad.
Your dad's awesome.
He's like, you're going to go apologize. He grabs me, like punks me by my arm. We go in the break room. It's some fucking every bit of 45 fat dude, balding. He's like, bloody nose. I think it was like the final straw for him. He just goes, can't do this shit anymore, man. And he's like talking with the manager, And my dad's like, hey, man. The kid who hit you, it's my son. I apologize. Teach him better than this. My dad puts his hand up. I'm like, Jesus,
I don't blame you, Dad. Yeah.
And then I'm like, sorry, I slapped you, man. He's all, yeah, it's all good. And I'm like, all right, man. See you later. Puts the hat back and goes back out. My dad's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? My friends were like, yeah. My brother's like, yeah.
That's so funny when you're a kid.
Whoa, like, hey, how's it going?
Slap that.
Good douche, you stupid bitch.
Mascots, I feel like mascots get beaten up a lot.
Dude, I don't know if it is the baseball fight tournament. All right, I'll wait on it. But, yeah, mascots will get dealt with.
They'll get dealt with.
Dude, how about at CU? We had the Buffalo, Ralphie the Buffalo. Well, some days Ralphie doesn't feel like running out to the field. Ralphie's a full-grown bison. It's a real bison. Oh, and Ralphie's a female, so it's Ralphia. And some days Ralphia is one of those moves, and they're like, and go. And go. And the entire stadium's waiting and go. And
she ain't
8
moving.
Grown men can't move this giant bison.
I bet.
So one guy goes, well, let's try this. And pokes her rear end. And she goes, woo! Fucking darts off and no one can grab her. Fucking wild. Ralphie is wild. And we got our ass whooped that game.
That's like the fucking time I have to do one shot on Mad TV. They bring a goat in. And all I have to do is one shot. And I'm going to turn into a goat. So you have to shoot the goat, then you have to shoot me.
You turn, okay.
The goat starts to flip out. I have my whole day planned. I got this girl I'm going to take on a hike. I fucking can't wait. She's hot as shit.
Give it up, bro.
Hot as shit. dumb. She was such a dum-dum.
Hey, back to the goat, though.
But she
Stay
loved me.
focused.
She'd be like, you have such guts. Because she loved to act. She's like acting. She was like, just the way
such
you,
guts
like,
to
you have
do
such
it.
guts. Because I would tell her stories. And
Let
she'd
me
be like,
suck
God,
your
you're
goat
just
boy
going
dick.
for it. You're going for it. I was like, I am. Look at this. That's
Swallow
my,
this pool boy cock.
that's my dick. Here you go. Yeah, and so anyway.
Oh, is this funny? Dude.
So now the goat has a baby right there in front of me.
Okay,
the
we
goat
can't bring
has
a
a
pregnant
baby.
goat on set.
Now they want to shoot with the goat, and they separate the goat from the baby. They go, we just got to get the shot. The goat starts going, meh, and the baby's
its
going,
mama.
meh, and the baby's going, meh, and the baby, and now the makeup ladies are crying, and then the other guy's like, this is bullshit, you can't do this, and then they're like, take the baby goat. The directors are now going, he's like, take the baby goat, get it all the way over there.
Man.
So they're trying to get the baby goat out of hearing distance. Goats can fucking hear, and the
Oh,
goat just
long
keeps
distance.
going, where's my baby?
Yeah.
Where's my baby?
Yeah.
I mean, all its instincts, its udders are full, and the fucking baby's supposed to suckle immediately. They're holding on to this fucking baby.
a terrible idea.
Long story short, everybody gets outraged except for me because I want to get the fuck out of there. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
just get muzzle the fucking thing.
You got a chub going on thinking about what you're gonna do on that hike.
Correct.
Fuck these goats.
Correct. And I'm ready. By the way, not gonna happen. Sorry.
We need to bring a new
They
goat in.
reunite the fucking baby. They bring a new goat in. We gotta wait an hour. I'm like, fuck, 2 hours. Goat comes in. I swear to God, they put the goat down. And the goat just runs, and it runs away. And I am one of the guys. I'm chasing. I'm like, get the fucking goat. It runs off into the hills of Simi
move.
Valley.
Good luck in that thing.
Oh, and good luck that goat surviving the night because coyotes are gonna have a
Those
good old
coyotes saying,
or a
look at this soft
Oh,
bitch.
and it was mountain lion territory. So somebody's getting to that goat.
Yeah.
That's food. And that thing just takes off. And I'm like, get the goat. Nah, got to wait for a third goat. I was there
day.
from 12 noon till 12 at night.
Good Lord. And
Yeah.
your girl left?
Oh, yeah. That didn't work out.
That's a bummer.
That didn't work out.
I was
And
talking
I'm going to
about-
say this. I'm going to say this.
What?
She was so impossibly hot when I did finally hook up with her.
It sucked?
No. She was incredible. But I don't think that she ever
Trimmed?
trimmed once in her life. I don't think
She had that 70s bush?
Oh no, it was more than that. It was like a bear's paw. Like,
people
I
still do
mean,
that?
It was no, but this
Do
went
girls still
into-
do that,
This went
Kay?
down her legs. This went down her legs, dude. And I was like, and she was gorgeous, and I was like,
Oh, no,
how
I
are you?
can't have that.
She could see my face, and she goes, "I'm an Earth Mother." Ew. An Earth Mother? All right. Well, that's a beard. That's a beard down there.
Girls are growing out their armpits and dyeing it the same color as their hair.
Fuck you.
So if they have
Fuck
like purple
you.
hair, they have like purple
Nope.
armpit hair.
Nope. Fuck
I saw
you.
a hashtag on Instagram and I looked at it.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
so many
crazy
girls
about
are doing
hair. I just am not crazy
You
about
can't have
hair.
any.
That's
The only hair girls
nasty.
can
It's
have.
so
you can have.
gross.
You have set of eyebrows, a nice set of hair. Other than that, that's it.
For me,
If you have a mustache and the sun catches you wrong, you're that Hulk Hogan, can't be my friend. Can't touch my dick.
well, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I was having
That hairy
my-
asshole, get out.
I was having my
Please acknowledge that, Brian.
that killed me. Just then. Got a hairy asshole. Get out.
Get out.
Because
I'm going to pound.
this was in New.
I'm going to Pound Town. Can't have hair there.
I need some wax. I was in New York, and I remember I hook up with this girl, meet her. She's fucking gorgeous, and I'm like, this is incredible. Long story short, her apartment. She starts working the kid, kissy. I of course present her. I present her
That
my
shaft.
my shaft. I present her
That
my
New York
my boner.
Dodger
I
dog.
gift her. I
That
gift her.
old, the old Yankee dog.
That's right. I gift her my Yankee dog. I gift it to her. I go, you've earned it. Here you go. Sorry, don't worry about the ridge. I know it looks like it makes noise, but it doesn't.
Sorry about that vein. That's the lifeline to this fat thing.
Exactly. So she goes, oh, and I go, let's talk, and let's get on this. Let's go
sucky.
ahead and get on this and enjoy yourself and treat yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Pretend you're at Cold Stone.
That's right. Treat yourself to my 22-year-old schlong.
Pretend you're at Cold Stone.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
This guy's great. Doesn't have a runny nose or anything. He has, but not
He
now.
has.
Anyway,
He's fine.
Yeah,
You've
he's
never had
fine
allergies?
now.
Oh, phew.
Sure, I know. Oh, those, I don't know what those bumps are. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Never seen a couple bumps.
Don't be a baby about it. They're just barnacles. Anyway, she goes down, And I notice as I start to yank her pants down because I'm an animal.
She's a fat dick too.
She could use mousse in the hair on her ass. Her ass was about as hairy as the top of your head. Dude.
God damn.
And I'm not exaggerating. I just went, whoa, whoa. Oh no, I had to fake a stomach ache and then I ran away from her.
That's it, folks.
I was like, excuse me, sir, your ass is hairier than my father's.
Have you ever dated a girl where, like, I dated this girl for a while, and I hate hurting people's feelings, but she had a mustache.
That's a problem.
But she had Nair, and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? So I was like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm like, make a joke out of it while she's using Nair, and like, ha ha, boom, on her lip, just to get it off.
That's a good.
She had Nair out. I'm like, this stuff is crazy. I'm like, does it work on guys? She's like, not really. So I like put it here, it did nothing. I'm like, that's so weird. I'm like, this stuff's sticky. Boom, big old smear of I give her the old Hitler across the top lip. Boom. She's like, oh my God, get that out of her. I'm like, no, for sure, leave it though.
How does she not
For
know?
sure, leave it. And she's like, you're stupid. I'm like, yeah, you should put more on there though, huh? She's like, excuse me? I'm like, I would try it on there.
I've had, hey, if we're gonna get into this, I've had a couple of experiences where girls had big black hairs on their nips.
How did they not notice
And one girl had a treasure trail. She had hair that went up to her belly button on the little treasure trail. And I was like, well, for me, it throws things off.
It's game over.
It throws things off when you got hairy nipples. And
I had one girl who, when I was seeing her, refused to use deodorant. She would take chlorophyll pills and smelled like complete BO all the time.
Yeah,
and then she goes, I'm using deodorant. She goes, that aluminum would get you. I went, yeah, people have been using it for years. I feel fucking fine. Speaking of that, you don't use deodorant? She goes, no, I take these chlorophyll pills. Look at me. They ain't working. She goes, fuck you. I went, I'm telling you they're not working.
You smell like the forest.
No, you smell like Jimi Hendrix fucking dick.
Yeah.
You smell like shit.
Yeah.
It was bad, man.
That's not good.
Yeah, people are weird.
Smells and hair can be a big problem.
For a guy, if there's just a little bit of going on. For me, my mojo goes, you know what? Let's just figure this out another time, man.
Yeah.
This isn't the formula.
Yeah.
It's like we talked about on Rogan. If you haven't seen it, what we're referring to is Mr. Hands. The guy likes to fuck horses and then died by getting fucked by a horse. Because the horse went balls deep and ripped his innards. Ripped his innards. But this... If
that'll
you
hurt.
Look it up, you'll find it online. If you Google
God
Mr.
damn,
Hands
man.
video.
That'll hurt you.
Dude, but you should see it. Like, the guy's just... first of all, he's white as a ghost. And they're in the night in this barn. You can see this guy like a fucking Silver Surfer. And he's just... he's like this.
Like the Silver Surfer.
He's like this. And he's like, yeah, get in there. Go. And it's a 3-man job.
So he likes having his ass
They put the
broken
horse
into-
up on hay.
Yeah.
And then this... fat dick from another planet. I'm telling you, this isn't doing it justice, B.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
holding my hands up like that Michael Jordan poster. His
God
dick's
damn.
like that.
God
It's like this.
damn.
This thing, and the guy's guiding it in there like fucking, like a.
You know what I
fucking
thought of when
battering
you
ram.
said that?
He's like this, and he just goes, "Gadoosh!" And then the horse goes, "Yeah!" and fucking go. Rips.
I said, yeah.
He was like, "Oh God!"
Yeah.
And
like
then the
Alien.
horse is like, pulls out, and it's just like,
Oh, blood everywhere?
no, come.
Oh, boy.
Gadoosh!
Oh,
Like one of the biggest Cinnabons
man.
you've ever seen.
Oh.
Just icing. Stop the icing.
Stop the icing!
And then the horse like,
Icing?
And then the horse like pulls back like this. Ugh. Kill her, man.
Oh, no.
Because the guy at first was like, ah!
Killed him.
Killed him.
Went right up into his body.
Literally killed the
Yeah, you don't do that.
Now, can humans do that to girls? Like, can a girl die?
No, but
like
I
if
swear to
girls have
God,
an anal
I
with
thought-
like Mandingo, will it kill her?
No, but I do know that that people have used. I know in certain militaries and
That was intense.
in the military, certain military dictatorships in Latin America used to use dogs to fuck guys and girls.
Dogs' dicks are. But what's the
No,
biggest dog dick you've ever
they'd
seen?
use giant schnauzers for real, and they would.
Giant schnauzers.
Yeah, but it's the
They don't have big
humiliation. It's
dicks,
the
though.
humiliation.
But that's not killing them.
Actually, have you ever seen a dog's fully erect penis? It's
Yeah.
bulbous. Bring it up on the internet. They're actually way longer than you think.
No, well,
I'm not
that's
doing
that. No, it's like this. though.
No, that's what it looks like.
You're talking about the Red
when
Rocket?
they enter you. When they enter the dog, there's much more that goes
to
in.
it.
Yes.
It's like the alien's
Yes,
tongue
yes,
in Aliens.
yeah.
Like
So
that little head comes out. That bitch.
People
go
have
full.
used animals to torture people sexually.
By having sex with them?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to do it, use this horse and have it rip through your asshole
So
into
awful.
your throat.
There's always those people out there that come up with fucking.
But
terrible ways.
so this guy's been doing it forever, but he didn't die right away because he works for Boeing. So he was like, "Yo, man, I can't go to the emergency room saying I was fucking horses and his dick went through the top of my throat. I gotta wear this off." And they're like, "You might have internal bleeding." And so he's like, "No, I'm just gonna stay at home." He's not doing well, feeling like shit. So his friend drops him off at the emergency room because he worked for Boeing. He's like, "I can't get in trouble." He dies waiting to be seen.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mr. Hands, rest in peace. Shout
Yeah,
out to
that's
Mr. Hands.
that's pretty awful. Poor guy.
That horse is like, "What the fuck?"
That's
man?
a hard thing to fix.
I want
too.
my booty call.
Yeah, you
What
got
am
a
I,
hole.
bro?
You got a
come one
hole
time
through your
at
whole
night?
body.
You come one time at night. Let me get my rocks off. Don't come back.
Oh, man.
Brendan Schaub narrating the Mr. Hands video might be one of the most graphically disturbing conversations we've ever had on this show. Anyone who hasn't seen that video is going to be like throwing up in their mouth.
Cinnabon. Icing. That horse, maybe they foreplayed a shitload because it's literally like 1, 2, boom.
So if you had to die, fucked by a horse,
well, I'm
eaten
like
by a bear.
eaten by a bear.
Really?
Watch the Mr. Hands video. You'd rather get eaten ass first by a bear.
I don't know. That would really hurt.
Well, at least it's like, damn, how'd
First
it go?
of all,
Bro, a fucking grizzly caught Schaub. He's playing grab ass in the forest. Grizzly caught his ass.
I think you gotta fight it off because it kills you in your neck, right? You let him bite your neck or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dive head first into that dick.
But you know,
however, they'd just be like, "Yo, Schaub died fighting for this honey, man. He found this honey. This grizzly bear wanted honey. They fought to the death. Grizzly bear won. Damn, they ate him ass first. Yeah, man. Or, damn, did you hear how Callen died? No, this horse was fucking him.
Yeah.
That's not making.
I'd rather die by tigre because tigre bites you in the neck and you die quickly.
Instantly.
Monsieur Tigre, Shere Khan.
You want to go by something cool.
Yeah. The
Boy, this has been
tiger
a
grabs
weird
you by
one.
the neck and you're done. You got nothing to say to a tiger. Nothing. And you got nothing to say to a fucking grizzly. You got nothing to say to any big animal.
You got to fight him though.
I guess. I'd be
Rogan
too.
wants to go elk hunting with him. I
Yeah.
told you I need something dangerous to get my rocks off, man. I need to be feared.
But I don't want to kill
need
a
to be
bear because I like
scary.
bears.
But I want it to be like that movie, The Edge, where the bear's like hungry for man. So it's a man eater, and then they're like, "Yo, we're gonna drop you in Yellowstone. This bear's been killing people.
Yeah.
Be careful."
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question?
8 inches.
Oh. What do you think I'm wearing right now? I mean, what do you think I'm wearing? I look good, right?
We do look good. You do look dapper.
Yeah. 54club.com.
I know it.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful hoodie. That's 5'4"?
Yeah.
That's not in the spring package, but it's nice.
No, this is, I swear to God, I wear all their clothes.
Dude, my brother showed up to San Jose in full 5'4". Had the 5'4" tee on that they give you this month for the spring package.
For our live
shorts
tour,
and the hoodie.
For our live tour this whole week, I will wear these 5'4" jeans every day.
Be like Brian the Kid Callen and the millions of other guys that decide to get their fashion on. 54club.com. Enter promo code FIGHTER. Get 50% off your first month's purchase. It's subscription only. This month they're dropping the hotness. Just ask your woman if she likes it.
Yeah, Brian the Kid Callen.
Oh,
always
get the
in
guns out,
5'4".
bro.
Always in 5'4".
You are, man.
Lately,
You're
I've
looking
been wearing literally nothing but. I love talking about it because I believe in the company. You know why? If you want to beat the system, $60 a month for really good clothes.
$30 for your first month.
Yeah,
$30.
I swear to God, I'm not just saying this. It's probably the only way to buy clothes now. It's changing everything. Like
If
you can
Mr.
have
Hands
clothes
could do it
delivered
all
to you.
over, he wish he didn't die. He wish he could have 5'4".
Once you get their sizes too, their sizes fit pretty true to form.
Well, and if it doesn't fit, you can send it back till they get it right.
Yeah.
Cramping.
What happened? Your leg?
Yeah, cramping.
Uh-oh.
Malnourished, dying. If they're
You're getting skinny. You might have to go from an extra large to a large pretty soon. In 5'4".
I don't know.
You go to extra large, right?
I go XL.
Oh, you got yourself a cramp right in the top of the groin. You're having problems. You're going blind in one eye. Your dick is cramping up.
Yeah, keto's great, everybody. Blind in one eye, cramping.
Body shutting
You
down.
can't not eat all day. Hey, are you staying the night at my house tonight?
Yeah.
Do we just become
Yeah,
best
but
friends?
let me ask you this.
You want to sleep in the same bed?
You got
We
to
can sleep, wait. You want to sleep north south or ass to ass?
Ask to ask, but do you have a
Always,
do you have a
right?
good room to me? Of course, always. Do you have a good room for
You
me?
can't sleep in Tiger's room.
You don't have a good bed. That's why I may have to get a hotel.
No. My couch is dope. I slept on it for 4 months now in a row. It's great.
You got a good couch?
Yeah.
Wait, Brandon, what do you mean by north-south? Is it what I'm imagining? Like Brian's head would be at the foot of your bed?
Yeah, you wish, Playboy.
That's a
it's
a fucking crazy move.
No,
Who the
no,
hell
no.
would do that?
No. You go.
They used to always do that so you didn't pass disease. So if you got a cold, so you sleep foot to head.
Yeah, foot to head.
Yeah, because the reason is that you didn't want people breathing. So in army barracks and stuff like that, they would always do that. So
Who's
you don't
gonna sleep south
breathe.
though? I can't.
You're not
sleep
breathing
if my
into each
head's
other's
down
faces.
south.
I'm just talking in like a buddy's situation where like your buddy's just.
Oh no, I go ass to ass. I go ass to ass.
I'm dick to ass. I mean your
North
ass.
south. That's crazy.
I sleep with my.
Do you ever go north south?
No, I've never even.
You go
It's
ass
never
ass.
even-
You go dick to butt.
Of course,
You go dick butt.
nuts to butts.
Nuts to butt.
Nuts to butts,
just
bro.
like the motorcycle.
Evan,
Nuts to
that's
butts.
just look. Listen.
As you're pressing against them, you're like, that's exactly what you think it is.
That's what we did in the Apache.
Yeah.
That ain't a bow and arrow, my man. That's my dick.
It's my rod.
That's my fat Navajo dick. Yeah, you got to go.
That was an intimate scene. That was a real intimate scene.
Dude, yeah, you can stay the night, man, because we got an early flight. You want to stay the night?
Yeah.
Tell some stories. It'd be fun.
If you wake
Crack
up and you're
open a bottle of
blind, I
wine.
guess there's no show.
No, there's still.
I got good news. I got bad news.
Good news, bad news. Bad news. I can't see. Good news. I still do it.
The show must go on.
Show must. I have a seeing eye, dog.
I'm afraid the show must go on,
I
everyone.
wonder why. If anyone knows why that happens, you know how you get those little prism in your eye, and it's like little like, and then it just went full. I'm like, well, we're in a huge meeting. This guy's a huge guy in the industry. I can't see out of my eye.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Brian and Mitch do all the talking. Notice how I went silence and then
That's a little
fucking
alarming.
rallied at the end though, because my vision came back.
Yeah. It's a little alarming.
I'm diabetic. I'm going blind.
I'm diabetic and I'm going blind. Hey, let's do some current events.
Current events.
Let's do it.
Not mad at that tea, Ev.
Oh, I had the Fighter and the Kid Iron Maiden shirt on right now, and then over the top of that,
Pictures almost sold out. You had a cardigan?
Did
on?
Cerrone get
No.
his T-shirts because he
Yeah,
wanted
he did.
them? Oh, good.
You got two of them.
also had the Fighter and the Kid sweatshirt, so I'm double dipping.
The
with that.
original worldwide.
Yep.
We have.
Dude, we haven't released shirts in a while, have we?
We are next week. Well, we have the East Coast ones dropping this week. So for the Boston show, we have a best Boston Red Sox tee dropping. We have a New York Knicks Mets tee dropping for New York. And then we have a dope Philadelphia old school 76ers dropping for Philadelphia. But those will be available online too when we get back from the East Coast tour. But we also have new Fire and the Kid shirts dropping that following week and new Abbott Kenny vintage tanks dropping.
Hey, we never got our cash
and,
from...
and we also have Keto Kid shirts dropping.
We have Keto Kid shirts
Yeah,
coming out.
Finally got them done.
Hello.
I know. So we got a big release. The Fire and the Kid tees have been priority. That's why I've been slacking on TFAT-K. But coming up, TFAT-K's coming hard. Oh, and I also got breaking news. We got a collab dropping with Roots of Fight in June, and it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Roots of Fight, Fire and the Kid tee, and it is hot.
Hot.
As Mr. Hands say, that shit is hot.
I was in Whole Foods today and I saw a kid with the collab.
That was a grown man,
On it,
Brian. I
on
saw
it,
that guy.
yeah.
That was a grown,
He's a grown
hey,
man.
that man was grown.
mean, he
if
was-
he's listening to this, you grown.
You know, he was 40. But he had
that's not a kid.
No, he had a collab. He had a
Yeah,
the
the
Onit
Onit
collab.
collab.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Whoa,
Aye,
whoa,
aye, aye.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Knock,
knock, knocking on heaven's
door.
What do you got, Ev?
Current events, you fuck.
It's the first time we ever had wine in the studio.
I gotta
We
get home.
weird.
I gotta pack. I gotta do some stuff to my wife, and then I gotta come back.
I can't let you in.
Why?
Sleep in your car.
I'm gonna make love.
Not my house.
No, with my wife at my house.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Well, I thought maybe you'd bring your wife over to my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
bring her to the
watch.
couch and
Wait,
leave
wait.
the kids.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
you're
come
my
over and
friend.
watch? You want me to narrate?
Yeah, honey, you don't mind if my
You want me to
friend
narrate?
watches. Yeah, get that married.
Yeah, get that old New York rod out. Yeah, go and get that old weather rod out.
Gray ass hair. Good job, bro.
Oh, good job, bro. You got that bunny tail at the back. It's all gray, but that's fine. Yeah, man, you're young and eager. That's what he needs.
Evan, go
There
ahead.
you go.
You don't have to wait for this.
There you
Oh,
go.
I like letting these things rat themselves
He's young
out.
and eager. He's young and eager.
He's young and eager. Oh, Amanda's young
Oh,
and
no.
eager. Oh, you want another?
Oh, what
kid?
happened to Brian? Oh, I fell asleep. Just smack him a little bit.
Oh, he fell asleep.
Oh, he
What's
falls
this?
asleep.
Whoops! It's the Big Brown Show.
Hey.
Big Brown's cutting in.
Hey, how come you're cutting in? It's my wife. It's my
Oh,
wife.
and I'm in shape. I got cardio for days.
He's got cardio for days and he's a lot bigger. Sorry about that, honey.
All I eat is fats and I'm blind in one eye.
Sorry about his nub, hon.
Side effect keto diet, you go blind.
I'm sure it's nothing serious. Going blind in one eye is totally normal.
You're right.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried about it.
Hey, anyone who knows, let me know. I had a prism in my eye for a solid hour. Couldn't see out of it. CTE, where the fuck is my compensation? Dana White. All right,
Where's my compensation?
Go ahead, bud.
All right, first current event comes from the weekend. Baseball game. Believe it or not, MLB actually had an entertaining moment.
Have you seen this?
No.
Jose Batista might be blind in one eye now too. He
He almost got knocked out,
fucking
and he's lucky.
cracked.
He's lucky he went down because that left hook was gonna knock him out. So check this out. Let me set the stage for Brian. Last year, I'm pretty sure last year, Batista hit a home run and flipped the bat. Like you're not allowed to do that. So he showboated. So this is the first time they've played since. So it's towards the end of the game. The pitcher hits Batista. You know, they hit him for showboating.
Right.
They hit him with a pitch. Guy hits the ball, Batista on first base. He slides into second, which is pretty dirty, and hits Oder, right? Hits
Oda's
him.
the second baseman?
Yes,
Or-
for
okay.
the Texans.
Oh, nice.
Hits him, which is dirty. And see how Oder, the Dominican, responds. Push. Watch this. Boom! Look how wobbled he is. Fucked up, son.
Wow.
Set some nice music to the highlight of Odor cracking him.
Look at this. Batista's one of the best players in the league. Look at this. Douche. Boom!
Good shot.
Best
Very
punch I saw all
good
week
shot.
besides Stipe.
Very good shot.
Look at him. Fucked
There goes
up.
those glasses.
You know what bummed me out, though? I was all into this, and then the goddamn
Look at him
Texas fans start chanting, USA, USA. And let me educate you guys. One guy's from Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
The other guy's from Venezuela.
Yeah.
So it
You got two
doesn't make
Latin men,
fighting.
macho dudes.
And then you're yelling USA,
Yeah.
USA.
Athletic motherfuckers.
That hit, look at this, from downtown.
That's a good shot, too. A good straight. That's a steep right. That's a
God,
steep
dog.
A shorthand right. Bang.
Baseball needs that shit.
Boom.
We're
Or
finally
league,
talking about
What
it.
happens to that guy now that he hit him like
They're
that?
suspended for like one game.
He'll get
Part of
like
baseball.
He'll get like 4 or 5 games.
They play
maybe.
so many. Who gives a fuck? What do they play? 112 or some
Good
shit?
shot. It was a good shot.
128?
More than that.
Who
Very-
cares?
Didn't go down, but he
games
got
and all
wobbled.
He
Nice.
got wobbled
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You see his post game interview?
No.
Batista's?
No, what'd he say?
Oh, he had the great. He totally spun the whole thing. He's like, yeah, you know, like I didn't really think he was gonna throw a punch. You know, kind of caught me by surprise. You know, but you know, it takes a bigger man than that to put me down.
Well, you
Totally-
got rocked.
this
son.
is
That's
Spun
all
the
right.
whole thing.
You got
Yeah.
sucker punched.
He got
Not
cracked
bad.
pretty good.
But it's weird because but it looked like Batista was gonna throw a punch,
Yeah, it did.
and then that dude was like, "Not on my watch." Good dude.
I know it's baseball and it's usually like just like a bunch of pushing and shit. But if you're gonna run at each
I
other
appreciate
like
it.
that,
What
ready
they don't
for it.
show is the bench is cleared, and it's a fucking brawl.
Oh, it's a brawl?
Yeah. Did you ever see the brawl? The best fight to me in baseball is when Nolan Ryan.
Oh,
fucked
yeah.
that
for
dude up.
sure.
Oh,
He
yeah.
fucking bullied him with that
Uh-huh.
bulldog headlock and was like, "Gadoosh, douche,
Yeah,
douche, douche."
yeah.
He's all old and fucking
Was
him
it the-
up.
Nolan Ryan was no joke. Great
Fuck
basketball
no.
player. 6'5". Everybody 6'5". Nolan Ryan, which I didn't know.
The best fight in sports, you know, obviously don't say UFC or boxing, but as far as the best fight in sports, I'd probably say when Ron Artest and all that shit went down.
I was
The
gonna say
basketball.
if you don't say Mouse,
where that guy,
Mouse.
where that guy looked and he was, oh shit.
No,
he was
that,
like,
so Ron Artest sitting there, right? They're starting
Uh-huh.
the game. That guy throws the bottle. Ron
Yep.
Artest goes, "Fuck this." Goes in the stand, starts fucking the guy.
Yep.
But then homeboy jumps on the court, and I think it was Jermaine O'Neal. I forget who it
Yeah,
was.
it was Jermaine O'Neal.
Cold cocked that dude.
yeah.
Boom! 7-foot right hand from fucking Ethiopia.
Hit
Kaboom!
hit
Knocks
that
dude
dummy.
cold.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you
Don't
get,
fight
man.
a giant pro athlete. That's what you
What the
get.
fuck
Stay in
were
your
you guys
lane. What are you
thinking?
doing? You want to get in there and fucking fight one of those
You want
guys?
to throw something at Ron Artest?
Yeah.
What'd you
he
think
ain't,
was
he
going to
ain't
happen?
hearing a peep out of you.
Oh, he fucked that dude up.
Good.
It was pure chaos.
Yeah. Mouse of the Palace, all time, one of the best sports moments of that there will ever be.
Yeah, that was dope.
Definitely the
I
most
can't really
memorable
think
fight.
of any others.
I think it was a Philly game. Philly was playing Toronto in the NHL, and a guy was talking shit to one of the gnarliest fighters in the NHL, Ty Domi, who's in the penalty box. He's talking shit over the penalty box.
Fell in there.
Falls in there with
And
him.
what happens?
Gets roughed up.
Oh, he's like,
There's-
oh, hell yeah. That's
yeah.
like a guy falling in the lion's den.
Yeah.
Ty-
He's like, oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Ty Domi was one of the fucking
Oh.
enforcers. He's a big bad
Bad
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then there was another one. There was another hockey game back in the 70s where I think it was a Bruins game. It got so gnarly that one of the Bruins players, I think it was Mike Milbury, who commentates now, climbed over the glass into the stands in skates. Tackled a guy, got his own shoe, and was beating a guy with his shoe in the stands.
God, dog.
And then NHL
Hockey
don't
players
fuck
are
around.
big boys.
Do you remember? I forgot.
It's wild in the NHL.
Do you remember that badass enforcer for the Avalanche?
Claude Lemieux?
No, he's like maybe 5 years ago. Badass, tattoos, big dude.
Ooh, fuck yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
He's a
about.
fucking legend. Anyways, him and I had the same trainer. And then my trainer, Lauren, goes, hey, man, is there any way you can help? I feel like his name is Scott or something. I forget what it is. He goes, hey, he wants to really learn how to fight.
Scott Parker?
Yeah, Scott Parker. He was a badass, like a bad boy. And like, can you help him with his hands? It's completely different, man. He's on ice. You can grab a hold of the jersey. Just grab the jersey.
Different fighting
and
technique.
fucking whoop his ass.
Right.
Like, I'm not, what do you want me to teach him, a jab?
Right.
I mean, just whoop his ass.
I was amazed. I've hung out with some hockey players, and I'm always amazed how and they party hard, and they're big boys. They're
some of them are.
Yeah, some of them are very
smaller, but their cardio's insane.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah,
it's a rough.
I don't know what the
sport.
position is, but
probably the rough. What? Yeah, as far as physically, and they play as many games as baseball. It's as physical as football.
Not even close.
They play a lot of games.
It's an 82 game season,
which is
That's
insane.
a lot,
Baseball is
though.
like 150.
I'm just saying, as far as pro sports
it's way
go,
more physically demanding.
82 is a lot of games, though.
And they play all the time, and so
they're
physical.
always moving.
It might be the toughest, the toughest professional sport. It's fucking nightmare. Those guys are in crazy shape.
Yeah,
guaranteed money too.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Beast,
Oh yeah,
man. There's some big boys too. You're right. Some of those guys are fucking big, man.
Dude, Sheldon Surrey, and I hung out with a bunch of those guys, and I swear to God, like they were all 230, 6'2", 6'3".
Who was the captain of the Toronto Blue Jays?
Toronto, the Blue Jays or the Maple Leafs?
The
You're
Maple
talking
Leafs.
hockey
Hockey.
or currently?
No, like 3 years ago. One of the legends.
Mats Sundin?
Yes.
Sundin, yeah.
Oh, Sundin. Well, he's a good-looking dude. Like long hair.
Yeah, Swedish guy.
I'm in Toronto doing an appearance, and I'm at this nice restaurant. I'm surrounded by girls. Granted, I'm single at the time, I think, if I wasn't, whatever. I'm there, right? Have people eating on my hand, girls, blah, blah, blah. El captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs walk in Toronto, and it was like I was a piece of...
Oh,
I was
yeah.
a turd with
You were a
eyes.
spore.
I was a turd with
You were a
cauliflower ears.
mushroom, yeah.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
This boy walked in and was like, what's up, bitches? Leave old Big Brown jacking off in the corner of this nice restaurant with his bottle of wine.
Well, listen, there's a pecking order. He was the alpha. He came in all of a sudden.
Oh, Toronto.
You were in Toronto, right?
Toronto hockey.
Oh, yeah. Toronto fans are arguably like the most passionate, like the entire league.
What's this guy's
You
name?
would have thought I was Junie Browning.
What year was this?
This is 4 years ago.
Okay, it wasn't Mats Sundin then.
No, he was a big dude. Blonde hair, big stature, like good looking dude. He walks in and you would have thought it was Tom Cruise in this bitch.
Yep, Mats Sundin.
He looked at me and was like, give me a Diet Coke, bitch. I was like, right away, sir. Still had one eye. Still doing the damn thing. I had one eye back then. Real quick, I fought my entire career one eye.
Yeah. Anyway. Was that him?
Fuck, no, that guy's terrible looking. Yeah. He signed this huge contract. He was pretty young. I forget who.
You know, he's a normal guy, not so big as Dave Bolin, who I hung out with.
Does he still play for Chicago?
He did at the time, but he was like 180, not a big guy.
So skilled though.
So skilled, huh? Yeah.
Fuck. Hockey, they do as much condition as lacrosse or soccer.
Crazy.
It's as physical as football, and then they play 82 games.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. Hockey's a fucking beast.
Big legs.
Yeah, their legs are huge. The drill I showed you those Russian lunges I did
Oof.
at the time.
Oh my God.
They can do those all fucking day.
Dude, I did those. I did that for
45
45 seconds.
I showed Brian this thing, the Russian lunge. I wish you'd show people in front here.
You should show us.
It's like a deep, show them. Get this, Kay.
Wait, is this what he was doing in San Diego when he came to work out with the towel?
Where should I do
A
it?
little
Are you
bit.
gonna do it? You're gonna take
Do it in front so the fans can see it, and then do it.
There's a wire here.
You got those stretchy 5'4" jeans on. Stretch that ass out, Brian. Let's go 10 seconds. I'll count down. Make sure you're getting low. Proper form. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8. Lower 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should get lower than that, but the hockey boys used to do that for 2 minutes straight. I appreciate the effort, brother. That's a good
My legs
workout,
my
though,
legs
huh?
are
We used to
ripping
do
right
that.
now. They're
Me and Brian do
burning.
some instant workouts on the road.
Oh yeah, we'll do some more.
We like to do some prison workouts. I get on Brian's back, little calf
We'll be doing a lot.
raises.
We'll be doing a lot of press and dealing with jet lag. So there's a good chance we won't work out at all. But
Yeah, a lot of pretty
we're
busy.
doing a lot of napping.
A lot of napping, a lot of eating.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say. A lot of napping, a lot of eating. Each other.
Telling jokes.
Each other.
Sleeping nuts to butts.
Crushing and coming.
Crushing crowds and coming in face.
Crushing and coming in my hand. Alone in my hotel room feeling pathetic.
Crushing crowds and...
I'll be crushing and coming in my hand.
What else you got, Ev? That was a current event.
It was a current event.
That's a good one. I'm glad you put that on there.
Oh, so we've got just a jam of a current event now.
Say gem or jam?
A jam and a gem,
Okay,
whatever you want
I'll
to call it,
take
but
gem.
it's fantastic.
Okay.
The first ever penis transplant in the United States.
Yeah, he had cancer.
Went down today. He had penile cancer,
Yep.
which I didn't even know was a fucking thing.
It's the third one they've done, I believe. The first one didn't take for somebody in China. There's one in South Africa that did take, and the guy fathered a child, and now this one.
This one worked on the first try?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
looks
far,
like it.
How
He's-
big
I
is
mean,
it?
it's
he's
touch and
recovering.
go.
How
It's
big
touch
is
and
it?
go.
How big's the dick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was taken from a donor who died, somebody who died.
Hopefully that donor's name was Taiwan.
I will donate. I'm an organ donor on my. I'll donate everything to.
You
If
can have my
if
dick.
a soldier,
Someone's
can
going to be like, what?
well, one of the biggest rates of suicide is among soldiers that have lost their genitals.
Yeah.
So if I could give a soldier, for real, if I could give a soldier a dick,
Someone's hitting the lottery,
For
they
real.
gave that Callen fat dick.
it's true. So take my dick for 100%. I
Do
swear
they
to
take
God.
that?
That's what he said, actually. He referenced exactly that. The guy who got the procedure done gave a statement, like once he was awake and cognizant of what was going on. He's like, this is gonna be so important and so great for the guys who come back from serving active duty in the military.
that's cool, man.
Who got their
Fuck
genitals
yeah,
all
dude.
fucked up. And now there's some hope for him. You don't have to be running around with a no dick and you're 22 years old.
Damn,
or
It's
something.
terrible.
That's awesome.
I think about that shit.
That's awesome that they figured
it
it out,
really,
though.
really. It's fucking, man. People are suffering, and you need to keep that in your head a little bit.
I'd be like,
Maybe that's what I was thinking
I'd be like,
about.
you know what? I gotta know the last name of that donor. Oh, it's Chang. I'm gonna wait a couple years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for a O'Neill, a Fonche.
A Fonche.
Yeah.
You don't know what Fonche could be.
You have no idea, but I'll take my chances.
Fonche.
Doesn't sound Asian.
Sounds
Doesn't
French.
Sound Asian.
Sounds French.
As long as it's not Asian, I'll take it.
Look, I have not done any studies on.
I have.
Sir. Now here is a question: would you have to match the race of the person? I would
want that
imagine.
black dick.
I don't
Well,
think so.
I would imagine.
There's no reason why it would have to, right?
I don't know. That's a good
No.
question.
Technically,
That'd
if
be
you
sick.
wanted to, you could just be like, I want to.
Is that true or is it not? Though I wonder.
Why would it matter if the pigment of the skin? That doesn't have anything to do with operation.
I don't know.
right?
I'm asking.
Like the hardware is still the same, right?
Yeah.
Skin is skin. It's just different pigment, which
Yeah.
makes your color.
Well, one of the things that
That's a really good question.
yeah. Well, one of the things that this may
that right.
Get
yeah.
into that custom dick game now.
when
while you
we
still can.
get to dropping knowledge, I'll drop some knowledge about that.
Please do. I mean,
What's our next event?
why can't a black guy have a big fat Russian dick?
No reason.
It's just the pigment.
That would look so weird.
Or awesome.
Imagine you're like a girl and you're just there. I'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with your wiener? Why is it black and you're white? Why are you a ginger but you have a black wiener?
That'd be sick. The ginger would be killing the game.
That'd be
Yeah.
so weird.
I know.
Posting selfies and shit with this big old black dick.
Oh,
red
yeah.
hair.
It's black because I tied a rubber band at the base and didn't take it off in time. All right.
It's frostbite, girl.
This
Go-
girl,
go- going off all
my
that
ex-girlfriend started dating a black pro athlete who was rather famous.
Yeah.
This is a long time, and she made me jealous. And
Was it
she
O.J.
goes,
Simpson?
"No." She goes, "I've been fucking him." She was so mad at me. I go, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, it's bigger than yours, and it's purple, and I love it." And she hung up on me. Oh no, she goes, "And I'm following him home, and that's what you get for breaking up with me." And she hung up.
Did it get you out? Did it
No,
make
I
you
was a
jealous?
fan. I was a fan of the guy, so I was like,
You're like,
I'd
well,
fuck. And
tell,
by the way,
tell him I say good luck next
by the
week.
way, and I swear to God, I go, you know what? I'd fuck him too. I think he's way better looking than I am. And if I was a girl, I'd be way more attracted to that guy who's got millions of dollars and is a giant ebon god.
Don't sell yourself short. Because after he
Whatever.
runs that dick game on her, they ain't talking about shit mentally.
Probably not.
No,
I don't know.
Brian would.
You never know.
beat those
Actually, he's
guys.
pretty cool. When I tell you who he is, you'll be like, oh,
I bet I can guess.
Yeah.
I bet I can guess. It was Wilt Chamberlain
No,
back
it
in
was
the
not.
day.
No, it was not.
Okay.
She was a
Give me another
smoke show.
guess. It was.
She
it was
so
Willie
hot.
Mays.
Oh
Was it
my
Willie
God.
Mays?
It sure wasn't. It sure wasn't.
then
This
keep
wasn't in the
going.
1940s. You son of a bitch.
Jackie Robinson.
Next
It
current
was fucking
event.
Jackie Robinson. It was Malcolm
Next.
X. It was Malcolm X.
Next current event.
Brian fucked Rosa Parks. All right.
Brian fucked Rosa Parks.
All right, what do you got?
Right after he got done with Harriet Tubman.
Harriet
All right.
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman.
Brian went balls deep in Harriet Tubman.
There we
Harriet
go. That's why she's on the $20 bill now.
That's right.
What else you got? Eb?
All right, did you guys talk about Matt Brown, his wacky ass post fight?
Yeah,
You were
the
talking about
coach
that?
hit him. Yeah, we
Well,
talked. We talked about it on Rogan.
We'll hit it briefly here.
His old coach, who was his grappling coach in the States, they had altercation in the gym. People don't know about this. They had altercation because he wore his shoes on the mat, and the coach tried punking him in front of the students and pushed him. Well, it's the immortal Matt Brown, one of the top fighters in the world. So he fought back.
Yeah, don't
So
fuck with
then
Matt Brown.
they had that rough relationship. So then this coach sees him in Brazil. The coach is Brazilian. Sucker punches Matt Brown from behind. Well, all Matt Brown's coaches are there, including my old coach, and who's a fucking bulldog, Leister Bowling. So they caught him and beat the shit out of him. And then he got arrested.
You deserve it.
And then Leister
He's
Bowling
pressing
has his
charges.
cell phone out going, World Star, World
Awesome.
Star.
Don't punch the immortal Matt
But
Brown in the
much-
back of the head.
Who runs off? What a fucking coward.
Well, he hit him in the back of the head to begin with. What are you doing? What a crazy person.
Hey, you
First
know
of all-
jiu-jitsu. You're the jiu-jitsu coach. For sure, rear naked him.
Yeah. But, Matt Brown beat his ass, so
Well,
fuck that guy.
I don't know if this has been confirmed, but I read that this guy who did this is now pressing charges. He's pretending to be the victim
For the
here.
guys that fucked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pressing charges on the guys who caught him and fucked him up.
This guy's a piece
He
of
hits
shit.
Matt Brown, runs
He's
away,
screwed.
gets beat
Yeah,
up.
he's a
and
piece
is
of
pressing
shit.
charges.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Complete piece of shit.
Fuck that guy.
Go, Matt Brown.
And by the way, I'm sorry. And Brazil, a little respect for fighters. 3 guys hit Matt Brown.
Oh, I know.
Was that because he was giving everybody the finger?
Doesn't matter, does it?
No,
builds
it
the
doesn't.
hype.
It's
You don't-
shitty.
You regular.
And I
the
hope-
fans who hit him, you're piece
I
of
hope
shit.
the people around those fans were like, "Hey, you're representing Brazil. Don't be an asshole."
100%.
Don't
I
be
hope
an
your
ignorant
acai tastes
moron.
like shit next week.
You know what I mean? Like Brazilians are awesome. I love most Brazilians I've met. They're the
Me too.
friendliest,
I hope
coolest
someone
people.
pisses in your coconut.
But it's
tomorrow.
like, man, talk about giving a country a bad name, you
For
dummies.
reals. Every
Yeah.
time you're doing jiu-jitsu, someone fucks you up, man.
Damn right. God, that pissed me off.
Me too. I was talking internally with some of the guys here at Fox. Like those guys need to be sought out and blacklisted from all UFC events.
No, what they
forever,
need to
for
do,
life. Done.
those people who hit the
Agree.
professional
No room for
fighters
that.
as they're walking to the octagon to entertain them, what they need to do is they need to capture them, put them
in
in
the
the
ring.
back, and you know who's back there? That horse who killed Mr. Hands. And then he runs a train on all 3 of them.
And now, listen, dude.
Is that
I
too
don't think
much?
They, no, I think
he doesn't kill him,
but
just
they
the tip.
They don't deserve to get
That
fucked
horse
to
ain't
death.
playing just
no, they're
the
gonna
tip.
that horse is fucking him to death.
No, but how about the mouth?
No, you're still
How
getting
would they
fucked.
fuck their mouth?
Now you're still getting fucked to death.
No. We have a big, giant Brazilian.
Sir.
Just a giant Brazilian.
Sir,
Controls his
no,
dick.
just have Matt Brown when he's done. You have
What?
Matt Brown come
Okay.
back and beat their ass.
What about that Mr. Hands horse?
No, because then you gotta
who
have
douches on their
hay.
faces?
You gotta have no.
Like complete frosting their faces.
Okay, but then you have to jack Mr. Hands
3
off.
times that night.
I know,
He's
and-
exhausted.
Right. So let's not have it. Like I don't think you deserve to get jizzed all over.
All right, it's your world, right?
All right, buddy. Damn it.
All right.
We got the horse. What's the horse doing back here? Sir, get on your knees, please.
Sir, were you the one that hit Matt Brown?
No,
yeah,
you're
I
gonna-
was. You're not gonna like this.
I'm gonna have to use
You're
this
gonna
wood.
learn though.
I'm gonna have to use this wood pry to open that mouth.
Bet your ass is not going to do it again.
Yeah, I need you to stick your tongue out.
We're gonna film this. Go ahead and put your tongue out.
Go ahead and make a runway for me.
A runway.
Yeah, that's right. This is called the Seabiscuit Runway. Yeah. It's called the old Seabiscuit Runway. Stick your
You've
tongue
been a
out.
Cinnabon, right? Okay. You like the frosting? Yeah, I
Now-
do. Now imagine
now
a
you're a bun.
shitload of that.
Your face looks
but
like
it's
a
not
bun to me.
sweet. It tastes like pure shit. It's gonna be a lot.
I want you to think.
Hey,
of
you had a
Cinnabon.
super soaker as a kid. Do they have those in Brazil? Yeah. Imagine that, but full of semen, blasting in your face. Don't ever hit
Super
a fighter again.
soaker. I agree with you.
You ever been on a slip and slide? Yeah. Well, this is a slip and slide full of cum in your face. Okay. You know what?
You have to be
It's
more
been a long day.
Can you use metaphors? All right.
Sorry.
Next
What
event.
else you got, Ev?
Okay, this is the last one we got for current events. And I feel like we've covered practically this guy's entire career, so we might as well just keep it going. Jared Hayne, the guy who went from rugby to trying out for the NFL,
Yeah, I like
which
that
seemed
guy.
like a pipe dream at the time, somehow made the team, played in 8 games. He retired. He retired from the NFL.
What about rugby?
He's going back to, specifically, this is why he retired. He wants to try out for the Olympics for the Fijian team, who apparently is like heavily favored to like fuck everybody up. So if he makes the team,
The rugby team?
if he makes the Fiji national rugby team
Which he will.
and for the Olympics, then he's got a pretty goddamn good shot of winning a gold medal. But
What a badass.
That's great, but a gold medal's not gonna pay the bills.
Well, but
I
he's
guess
an
you can go back to
icon. He's an icon where he comes from. He's a legend.
That's true. And if
He's
he- if
also one of
he's-
the best players, so he can always go back and
Yeah.
he was making millions in that league.
If he's good enough to make the Fiji national
yeah.
team for the Olympics,
No,
he's
he's
good enough
straight.
to play
I don't
pro
think money's
still.
an issue for that guy. How inspiring is that guy? One of the best players in that league goes, fuck it, man. I want to try my hand in the NFL. Never played football before. Just put pads on. Makes the San Francisco 49ers.
incredible.
Makes the roster, 53-man roster. Returns kicks for him and plays in the preseason at running back. And plays running back in the regular season game. They he had a fumbling issue, so they benched him for a little bit, and then they cut him, and now he goes, you know what? I'm gonna go win a gold medal in the Olympics. The fuck?
At what though?
Rugby.
Rugby.
It's bad.
And he's trying out for the gnarliest team in the entire world.
I'll make it too. He's
Wow.
he's brilliant.
It's awesome. All right, good
That
stuff.
guy's inspiring. What else you got, Ev?
That's all for currents.
Well, before we get into dropping knowledge, you and I went and got ourselves fitted for a custom-made suit.
You know me, man. I love my suits. I'd wear a suit every day if I could.
But I talked to you and I said, how good are these suits? Because we checked the material.
And where'd I come from? Before that, I got suited a couple weeks before for an event. I got suited, tailored for a Boss Italian suit.
Yes. So you know your suits.
I do.
We went to a place called Indochino. And basically they take 14 unique measurements, literally from the lining inside what you want to the kind of pockets, to the kind of vents. But they give you, if you go to the website, they'll literally give you all these options and you can see what you're asking for. And they are as there, because when I went to the store, if I'm going to talk about these and we're going to actually have people get these things, I had to make sure that these suits were legit. I don't know a lot about fabric. I don't know anything about fashion, but my boy Brendan Schaub does. I made him look at the fabric that they make these suits out of. It's all legit. It's 100% merino wool.
And I've also, for those of you guys, I got a black suit, I got a gray suit, I got a blue suit. Come on, man, how many more do I need? I thought the same thing. Went in there. You have so many different styles, and it's tailor-made. So you can pick if you want the buttons functional, the collar, the pants, everything. You can mix match.
Well, see, I'm the guy who buys the suit off the rack.
Can't
do
that.
But you can't do that because everybody has a different body.
It's all about the suit custom made to your body.
And they will actually make the suit. You give them your measurements over the internet, basically. They'll teach you how to measure yourself.
Or you can just go to Taylor, they take all your measurements, you send them to them,
Exactly.
and they custom made your suit.
Any premium suit for just $3.99. That's
is
up
crazy.
to 50% off. Indochino, INDOCHINO.com. Enter fighter at checkout, and the shipping is free. All right? It's a custom-made suit. Indochino.com, promo code FIGHTER for any premium suit for just $399.
and free
And
shipping.
Free shipping.
Though.
We went there. We got our suits made. They put their money where their mouth is. They said, you have to come and try these suits on, and we'll measure you before you talk about them.
And what I tell you, B, I said the most important thing to a suit, and everyone knows this, it's not about if it's Italian made, if it's Boss, if it's Armani, whatever. It's about it fitting right. I'd rather have a cheaper suit that's custom made that fits right than let's say a $5,000 suit that's not custom made
Correct.
to fit every. I'm telling
Well,
you,
I said
you're gonna look better.
But I also said to you when we left Indochino, I said, "Will our listeners? How much is that for? Is that expensive for a custom-made suit?
deal.
And will they buy these suits? I don't know.
100%,
Yeah.
great deal.
All right.
Because what are you gonna go to Men's fucking Warehouse? Or something? I know they don't want us to compare, but what are you gonna do?
Well, you said that. You go.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than Men's
It's
Warehouse
I'm
by
telling
far.
you, it's way better than all these other places you go.
Yeah. because I've
We
worn
want Honey
men's
Dick, you
warehouse
guys.
stuff. So
Promo
anyway.
code Fighter. Indochino.com. Promo code Fighter.
So here's
You're welcome.
Here's my dropping knowledge.
Drop that knowledge, Bryan Callen.
Well, as evolutionary biologists learn more about the genome and the body, the designations of Asian, white, and black, and I've been talking about this for a long time, really they actually tell you almost nothing. So black skin, let's just take an African and a Northern European, somebody from a higher latitude. Why do you think people have lighter skin in colder climates?
Because they don't have to deal as much with the sun, the rays.
Yes. Very good. Because if you are in very hot climates, the sun will damage the folate in your skin if you don't have a lot of melanin in your skin. Melanin. It'll damage the folate. Folate is folic acid. So you can't produce sperm. You have birth defects. So you need heavy melanin in your skin. When you go at higher climates and you have less sun or it's cold and your body doesn't get as much sun, problem is you need sun. You know why you need sun? To produce vitamin D.
C,
Vitamin D.
I see. I knew you were
And
saying.
other vitamins, but vitamin D.
D is
Okay?
important.
So you have to have less melanin in your skin if there's less sunlight or you will die.
What, man? I'm with you on this.
So you evolve, so human beings at higher latitudes evolve to have less melanin in their
Eyes.
skin, good, so that they could process vitamin D better, right? So when the next time you see, so really here's the thing, white men are basically black men
I'm calling bullshit on this.
with less melanin in their skin. White men,
We're all the
how about
same?
this? White men are black men who just need less sun to make vitamin D.
Who told you this?
This is from
This is
a
full of
great book.
shit.
This is from a great book called The Secret of Our Success I've talked about. And it's by an evolutionary biologist. Here, check this out, though. How about this? Do you know that you may have more in common with somebody in Tanzania, Africa, in Tanzania, you may have genetically more in common with somebody from Tanzania than that Tanzanian may have to the tribe next to him or on West Africa. It could be you have a lot of the same genetic markers. For example, if you come from a nomadic tribe, like they'll take tribes in Africa. One tribe lives off their animals because they have to cross the desert. Those tribes never become lactose intolerant. You know why?
Because they have to live off their animals.
Have to live off their
suck them
animals.
nipples.
They have to suck those nipples. But tribes that don't have
I've always
to
want to suck
rely,
a cow's nipple. Is that weird?
well, they live off their camels or their goats or whatever. They need the water, so they stay lactose tolerant. But most people, most of the globe, and you may have a tribe right next to them that doesn't come from like a group
So
of
they don't
nomadic.
do well with
so
dairy.
they're
Can't have
they're
cheesy
lactose
cheesy.
intolerant.
I'll tell you, he's not
so
lactose
much of it has to do
intolerant.
with your environment.
Firing the kid, couple 1, 2, micey mice. Fucking cheese.
Do you know
son.
some people have more of a protein called AMYC, AMYC?
Why?
I believe that's what it is.
What is that?
So you may have 5 different enzymes in your saliva while somebody else has 7, and the person that has 7 different enzymes has a better time. It's easier for them to break down starches, root vegetables. So things like
So is that Europeans?
potatoes.
That's Europeans?
No, it
Russians?
depends. It is Europeans. It's also certain Japanese people that come from certain areas of arable land. It's
Wasn't
really
a lot
wild.
of Asian Japanese because they consume a lot of rice.
Well,
But
there's
most
also,
of them
and
do,
there are
though.
parts that eat more tuber vegetables, more potatoes, like in Okinawa. So those people will have they'll have the same number of enzymes in their saliva as, say, a tribe in Africa or somewhere that does a lot of cultivation
Okay,
and
what
farming.
about the fatties in Oklahoma eat the fried bread?
I don't know about them, but they tend to hail from Northern European stock. The bottom line is, what we're realizing is that to tell the difference between people is
We're all the
very
same.
difficult because we have so many different genetic markers that make us the same and different. So you can't actually distinguish what somebody's going to be like genetically actually from the color of their skin or even
wow.
the shape of their eyes.
Can I ask you this, B?
Yeah.
I've heard this theory from Cody Donovan, who his wife is Filipino and his kids half Filipino. Why are Asians' eyes like that? I want to hear your theory. Then I'll tell you what he told me.
I don't know why the evolution of those eyes.
Do you know, Kay?
happened. I don't know what
That's
that
your man.
was. I do know that the reason the Inuit, if you guys are wondering why the Inuit who come from the highest latitude didn't get light skin, because remember they can't show any of their face to the sun. But guess what they eat? Sea mammals and a lot of fish, all of which are all ketogenic. All of which is very high in vitamin D. So their skin didn't have to adopt.
They don't need it.
They had such a high diet of vitamin D.
This is what I was told, and people are going to destroy me on this if it's not true, but they told me that a lot of Asians, why their eyes are like that, is because when over time evolution, their eyes went like, because they're in such rainy conditions. So their eyes adapted to that slanted.
The problem is the Mongols and China is such a vast area that doesn't hold water because it's got all different climates. So the rain wouldn't do that to your eyes. But there is probably an answer. There's probably an answer to that question.
I know. Can you ask the brain?
Yes, I will.
Tailpiece brain?
There are anthropologists and evolutionary biologists that study these things.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think it's because the rain, because then people from, if you look at where
like
the
some people have bigger
areas,
noses, bigger lips.
Yes, broader features, as they say.
Different features.
Broader features, which is also interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So they can find a lot of these things that are really interesting. So much of what race was predicated on, as we learn more about the genome and how human beings are, doesn't hold water. It's really interesting. You know. So there it goes.
Boom.
According to the Google searching that I did during this conversation, they basically haven't really established a firm reason, evolutionarily speaking, on like why this happens.
Interesting. Interesting. Lots of mysteries.
Quote, it's not yet fully understood by researchers. However, one of the most likely hypotheses is that they are an evolutionary adaptation to harsh winds and snow, such as the wind conditions of the Himalayan mountain range.
Oh, or the Gobi Desert. That
Boom.
makes sense.
See?
That's very interesting.
That's what my boy
that would make
Cody Diamond
sense,
told
man.
me.
When you're on your horse and that wind's blowing at
You're
100
always like
miles an
this.
hour. Yeah.
You're always like this.
Yeah.
And then finally,
there's
evolution.
a muscle.
It
There's
just
a
stays
muscle. You can cut the muscle over the eye to make the eye wider, right? So
people do that.
yes.
A lot
You
of
can-
Asian. That's an operation. A lot of
In
Asians
Korea,
do to
they do
look
a lot of
American.
it. Yes. Korea has the highest rate, I think one of the highest rates of plastic surgery in the world.
By,
Jaws,
they make their eyes
noses, and
almonds.
eyes. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Human beings have
Now, what if I
interesting-
want to make my? What if I want to look Asian? They could do that.
I don't know. They'd probably tie it.
If this eye keeps going blind, I'm just gonna make it Asian.
There
One
you go.
Asian eye.
You
That's
could have Asian eyes and a black dick by the end of the year.
There you go.
Technology's
There.
beautiful.
Technology's very, very crazy these days.
Technology is.
Let's go to some fan questions. Fan questions. God damn it! I lost my keys again.
What?
Oh,
Just go to tracker.
I'm so sick
no,
of
just,
it.
Just go to your tracker device.
What is that?
What is that?
Wait, no, you know
What
what?
are you
I'm just
at?
gonna
What are you
buy.
at?
I'm just gonna buy a bloodhound.
What
and
are you
have him
at?
sniff it out.
Dude, can I be honest with you? Bloodhounds
Do
are
you have
awesome.
some?
Bloodhounds work
Do
really
they
well.
sniff keys?
No, bloodhounds are great. They're just giant. They have floppy ears. They drool
I keep
everywhere.
losing my keys,
and
though,
you got to
man.
get them shots, and they're super expensive.
Okay.
And they're like, oh.
Do you have something
all
better?
The time.
Because
Yeah.
I'm sick of losing my thing.
Why don't you, instead of getting a giant brown bloodhound, and I love them.
I love them.
Just
I
get
want it
a
as our mascot.
get a
I wanna
coin
name him
size.
Ralph.
They're great, but get a coin size tracking device that you can put on your smartphone, and you won't lose it
Really?
at the touch of a button.
Wait, but
It'll
what if I lose
alert
my?
you.
What if I lose my phone?
It's same thing. Put it on the back of your phone. It'll alert you.
Press the button on tracker and your phone rings even when it's on silent. What
Yeah.
the heck?
That's right.
This is so much better than a bloodhound. Hey, Sherlock Holmes, suck it.
That's right. But you can pair your tracker to your smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its precise location with the tap of a button. It's that easy.
Never lose anything again. Bloodhounds are gonna be out of business. I don't know if
Yeah.
detectives still use them.
That's right.
But now Tracker's here. See ya, Bloodhounds.
You get a
Guess
special
what,
discount,
guys?
too. Go ahead, tell them about the discount.
Okay. 30% off your entire order. Go to the THE if you don't know how to spell that. Then don't have a Bloodhound and just ram your face in the wall. The THE tracker.com. Enter promo code FIGHTER. It's the hardest thing you ever have to find. That's their website, man.
Ram your face into a wall.
Go ahead and ram your face right into that bloodhound. Go to thetracker.com right now. Enter promo code FIGHTER to get 30% off your entire order. Again, that's tracker.com, promo code Fighter. See ya, bloodhounds.
You can even put it on your pet.
Is that true?
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, hope you're not losing your dog. You know what? If you have to use tracker to find your dog, use a sock.
That's a good idea.
Hey, you get out there and you find that fucking dog.
Put it on that
Here's
cat.
some fan questions. How to get the fuck out of here? It's 9:20.
All right. First fan question comes from K Surneer 24. We all love Pat Cummins. We do. But after another KO loss, what do you see for his UFC future and in general?
I mean, losing a little nog in Brazil is nothing to, you're only as good at your last fight, so everyone's quick to say, oh, retire. Pat can still beat 90% of that division. So I would love to see Pat, Ryan Bader. I think that'd be a fun fight. There's a lot of fun fights for Pat out there. So listen, man, don't get it twisted. Little Nog was on the national team for Brazil as a boxer. He's one of the
High-level boxer,
he's one of the
right?
best
Yeah.
boxers in the light heavyweight division of all time. So getting KO'd by Little Nog is nothing to be like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Do you think Pat is in danger of being cut?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think so.
Mhm.
No, I mean, I bet they give him one more. Then if he gets knocked
How old
out,
is
he'll
Pat
be in
now?
trouble. Pat's a little older, 35 maybe.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he's fine.
Yeah.
Especially with his style. I wish he would wrestle more. I wish he'd quit trying to fall in love with his striking and wrestle more and
Yeah.
grapple because he's a phenomenal grappler.
Yeah.
He trains with Verdum. He grapples with Verdum. He trains with all these guys. I can't, with his pedigree of wrestling, for sure wrestle more.
Right.
For sure wrestle more.
Yeah. Wrestle more.
Yes. I think he's fine.
Next
Don't
question.
give up on guys so easy, man.
All right,
It's
next
the
one.
fight game.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Jake Bledsoe. Does Dana White purposely toss easy matchups to Brazilian fighters when fighting in Brazil? Seems like every Brazil card has extremely favorable matchups for the Brazilian fighters.
The fuck they do? Which favorable matchup? Verdum get knocked out by Stipe? Which favorable matchup? Shogun getting tossed to Ultimate Fighter winner, a kid on the come up? Which favorable matchup? Matt Brown versus Damian Maia? That's a fucking tough fight. Matt Brown's 5 in the world.
Yeah.
Which favorable matchups are we referring to? There isn't. There's really none.
I mean, Matt
I
Brown-
guess you could say Cyborg Leslie Smith. Hate to tell you, Dana offered that fight to some of the biggest names in the sport, and everyone said, fuck you.
Yeah.
When you fight Cyborg, man, like I say, let the paramedics sort him out. No one wants to fight that girl.
Goddamn.
Good luck beating that girl. She's the best in the world right now.
She's amazing.
Until anyone beats her, she's pound for pound #1 girl in the world.
Yeah.
Which ties right into the next question. I think Cyborg should have called out Ronda on Saturday night. What do you think?
No, she shouldn't, because Ronda has no plan to come back right now. We have no idea what she's doing.
I don't think we're going to see Ronda come back.
Okay, maybe
What
you're
do you
not,
think?
but also
If you had to
let's
bet,
say
you don't know.
let's say Cyborg gets on the mic, calls out Ronda. Well, now it's all about Ronda. It's not
Right.
about this beautiful performance Cyborg put on.
Right.
So when she mentions
She's
Ronda,
giving
it
Ronda-
puts all the attention to Ronda and
Yeah.
the ball's in her court. No, it's about Cyborg.
Yeah.
She put on a beautiful performance. She destroyed Leslie Smith like we thought, but dude, it's been a long time coming for her. So if she would call out Ronda, she did in the post fight. She said, "Hey Ronda, don't be scared, homie. Let's do this."
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to fight her. I know Misha Tate's badass, pun intended, badass, wants to fight her.
I don't want to see Misha fight her. I love
Misha
Misha.
wants to fight her.
I know.
I think the best matchup for her at 140, because she's not making 35, and if girls want to go to 145 and have fun with that, would be Holly Holm, because her style
Yeah.
is perfect to beat a girl like Cyborg.
I'd love to see her fight
However,
her.
this new Cyborg we've seen in the UFC now, the smart one with jabs and feints and head movement because of Jason Perillo, good luck being that girl.
Yeah.
She's not coming forward like Mike Tyson anymore.
Yeah.
She's using angles. She's using footwork. She's gauging the distance. She's using a jab. She's not fighting like a bully anymore. She's fighting like a seasoned vet.
Skilled.
Good luck beating her.
Yeah.
Good luck beating her. I'd love to meet the girl that can beat her. I don't think she's on the roster. She is. It's only Holly.
But would Holly fight her at catchweight?
That's the thing. What girls you'd have to fight at 140.
I like
But
what
again,
Rogan was saying. Make a
Holly's
45-pound division.
It's tough. There's not a lot of
Get
depth.
big girls in there. Cyborg needs to fight big girls.
There's not a lot of them.
There's
It's
just
tough.
not, huh?
You'd have to build it up, which is what he's saying.
Are there any pro boxers who are like big time girl boxers who could?
You're way too educated for that comment. You know how long it would take to learn how to grapple and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and go fight Cyborg, who's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, Jesus
Hey.
Christ!
You're better than that. hey,
genuine disappointment.
You've been around me for
Any
5 years.
K1
Hey,
girls? Any K1 girls?
Tiffany Time Bomb's gonna start training.
Oh, she looked great on Friday.
Yeah.
I went
Drop that
caught
bitch
Glory.
in the first round. Tiff Time Bomb's probably my favorite female to watch.
I would agree. Same
She's
page.
so talented. Dime
Yeah.
piece too.
How would she do against?
Again, you're better than this, man.
All right.
First of all, she's tiny. They're not
Yeah.
even the same weight
Oh,
class.
I
And she's a kickboxer.
yeah.
What else you got, Av?
Not a lot of women
Fuck
out
my
there.
night up. I was having a good time.
Unless you
man.
got a dong, you're gonna have some tough times. There you go. Gotta have a dong.
Unless you got a dong and testosterone. running through
Frankie
your
Edgar
veins.
would be a good fight for her.
Yeah, I agree. If she catches Frankie on the chin, it is game over. Shit, that bitch catches me in the club on the chin, it's game
There
over.
are probably some dudes who are fighters who would have a hard time with.
That's all she trains with and fights is dudes
Yeah.
in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, there's pictures of her like wrestling with Rampage and kind of tossing them around a little bit. I'm pretty sure. There's video of her wrestling with dudes and fucking give them all they can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see Cyborg versus fucking DJ. Hey DJ, want a super fight? There's Cyborg.
That's actually DJ would buzzsaw her. Change.
He
Buzzsaw her.
buzzsaw.
He would buzzsaw her. Please, next question.
All right, this
Don't
one's
get
from Mega Man
twisted.
6980.
Fun,
If the UFC gets bought out, who do you think would be the CEO and president? Let's
You're
change
looking
this
at
up
him,
a little
bitch.
bit. Yeah, you get to choose the hypothetical CEO and president of the UFC. So they sell. You guys get to put in whatever power structure
I don't
you
think
want.
I don't think you as a CEO is a bad idea.
Oh, I don't think it's a good idea. Well, I mean, I'd run it like
I'm
a
not
tight
joking.
ship.
I'm
Yeah.
actually not kidding. I think you could run the UFC. I mean that. Would you do it?
No. Too stressful a job. It's not fun for me. I like to be funny and wild and do my own
Yeah.
thing. I can't be talking about Mr. Hands' horse
For a piece of the
ripping
action,
through his
though? For a piece of the action,
asshole.
in 10 years, you got...
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't. It's too serious for me. You know
Yeah.
me. Like if I don't like
It'd
doing
be a
something,
real
I fucking
job.
Hate it.
Be a real
It'd
job.
be a real job. There's so many more better qualified people out there. If you get like a dude who was a GM of like the Patriots or a real team in there to run that as a
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
and he creates a union and fighters' rights, and you run it like an actual business, that thing's gonna fucking blow up
Right.
Get
in a good way.
Robert Kraft and Mark Cuban. Boom.
If you have Mark
that
Cuban,
is a hell of an organization right there.
if you had the Fertitas, if you had Lorenzo run it himself, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to, but if you had like a legit businessman, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Interesting.
Get Donald Trump in that bitch. What else you got?
Very interesting.
All right, we'll do one more. Let's see here. Let's do.
Is it extra salt? Is it hot in here?
Yeah.
At least I get my vision back.
All right, this one's for Callen. This is an interesting question. What do you attribute your personality to? Like that allows you to love both fart jokes and dissertations on heavier topics like political corruption and shit.
He woke up like this,
You're a complex man, Brian.
I am. I think that there's always got to be room to be a silly goose. I think that it's great recess, but it should never take away from developing a philosophy, both political, ethical, and moral.
Damn, yeah, real.
And you should know where you stand and why you stand there. And that's actually not very common. And in order to do that, you must read and listen to people that are smarter than you, that have been here before, that have written great works and done great works. And whether those works are music, film, story in the form of literature, or just nonfiction works of history, social science, or whatnot, you will slowly but surely begin to build the bedrock in which to moor into when the winds start blowing you
God,
left or
damn,
right.
bro. They asked, how the fuck are you so funny?
Well,
Like
that's
three
what
bucks.
but you need a base, because if you don't
God.
know where and why you
God.
stand where you do, you will be swayed by forces that are shinier than the ones you should be listening to. And that was my problem with Dan Bilzerian, etc. Those guys may be fun and everything, but they are, at the end of the day, they don't stand for anything other than appetite.
Maybe, B, all you do is see his Instagram now. I always tell you.
I'm
you
sure
can't
I'd like
judge
the
a
guy. I'm sure I would like him.
You
We
can't judge a guy based off Instagram. I always tell you this.
Well, I can't, but I can judge a guy off of when that's all he puts out there, I think I have a right to say this. What he put, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying Dan Bilzerian's a jerk. I'm saying from what he puts out there, what I have seen him produce, to me, ain't something I admire. How about that? Is that better? I actually don't admire it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure I'd like the guy. I'm sure he's probably a cool dude who would crack me up maybe. But it's not something I admire. And that's okay.
That's fine.
I'm not judging him.
No, I'm not saying you have to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we can't. But what people can't do is judge a guy based off.
Take it too
what
seriously?
They see, not even that. What you see maybe a fighter do on a countdown
Of course
show
not. Of
or
course
off
not.
his Instagram.
Of course not.
Or an athlete based off a post-game speech.
Of course not.
There's obviously more to the story.
There's more to him.
That's like judging you based off this episode.
Sure. And there's more to him, I'm sure,
100%.
right?
We don't know his story.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe he's giving a shitload of charity. Maybe he's making this money so he can give a shitload of charity.
Exactly. I'm not really singling him out. I'm singling sort of he is an example.
You always tell me we don't know. We don't know the story. Whenever I go bad on anyone, we don't know.
Yeah. And I think you're right, and I think you're being charitable, and I appreciate that. I'm just saying
it's rare. I'm like that.
I'm just saying that.
Total dickhead.
Well, no, I'm just saying that you should know why. You should know why Dan Bilzerian. I'll tell you what this is. You should know why Dan Bilzerian isn't somebody to aspire to, and someone else is.
Yes,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not inspiring to me.
But a lot of people are like, dude, I want to live that life. I want chicks and guns.
I know, but you got to think, how did he get there? What's he doing? Well, see, that's not inspiring. Now, if the guy, Tesla, what's that? Elon Musk does that, I'm on board.
There you go.
Now, if Elon Musk built an electric car and he's trying to get to Mars, do all this shit, and he's posting pictures with hot chicks and guns.
Exactly, Brennan. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, and see, that's the difference, isn't it? Because one is tangible accomplishment that you can see that's making the world like kind of shaking things up, taking risks, and doing cool shit.
See, Elon Musk can post a selfie with a shirt off.
Isn't it interesting that he kind
of
doesn't? Isn't it interesting that he doesn't, though? Right? Isn't it
guys who are that cerebral and that he's not into that digital media world? They're not going to do it. Yeah. There's some guys that are. But
also a little bit like it's also
a business now, though, isn't it? Social media is a business.
It's a business.
You got to look at it as a business.
To what end, though, right? To what end? Popularity? Do you want to be the one that everybody talks about? Do you want to be the guy who gets the most girls and the most money?
Well, you're on your own publicist.
Right, but to what end? Well,
if you're an entertainer, it's very important.
Yeah, but is he an entertainer or is he a guy who just wants to be? Yeah.
Well, what would you say Kim Kardashian is?
Same exact
personality.
Same exact thing.
Ass from the gods.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
It's all appetitic.
Same thing. Neither one of them have talent.
Yeah, I just don't admire. Good marketers. They don't have a skill to me, right?
They don't have a skill.
Or maybe he does, but he might be but Dan Bilzerian might be an excellent poker player. I don't know, but anyway.
Compared to us, he's excellent poker player. Compared to the top 10, he's not.
I'm sure if I got to know him, I might have a different opinion. I'm sure he seems like a kind of a funny guy and a silly goose.
Maybe you're going based off his Instagram.
Yeah, and you're right. You can't tell, but I don't admire it.
Which is fine.
The way I'm funny is that I first I take care of the serious shit, and then I love comedy, and I love taking the whole chessboard and throw it in the fucking air. I always have, because life is so complicated and difficult. And you know what I'm good at? I'm good at making people laugh, and that's what I should do. I should be, when I start getting into this philosophy, people go, all right, Bri, and I understand. It's a little heavy. What I'm the best at is being a silly goose and making people laugh, and I'm one of the best in the world at it. And I love it. I love it. I love it. That's why. And I do it because I can.
You can see one of the best in the world and one of the worst in the world on this East Coast tour. We're in Nashville. Well, by the time this comes out, Nashville will be sold out, and we've already done it. We're in New York as you're listening to this. That bitch is sold out. And then Boston, Wilbur Theater, Friday night in Beantown, baby. Let's sell this bitch out. We're getting
your tickets,
close. TFATK.com. And then we end in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And that's on Saturday night. We are ending it like fucking Vince Papale on his last game.
And I think it's September 9, 10, 11. Get your tickets. Helium Comedy Club, St. Louis.
You say
I'm coming. No, I'm sorry. June. What the fuck am I talking about?
Anyway.
June 9, 10, 11.
Boom.
Helium Comedy Club, St. Louis.
Nashville, New York, Boston, Friday night.
Here we
Philly,
come.
Saturday night. TFATK.com. And then TFATK3D.com if you want to laugh your asses off for a TV show. This is the Final Kid. We head to the East Coast, baby. We're out.